What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Scavenger Dink, back on the radio, back on the airwaves, attacking your molecules in your ears. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's Scavenger Radio, archivescavengers.com. We got a new guest, another guest, a famous guest. You didn't think I could do it, did you? I know you're hating. It's your man. Hey, yo, check this out, everybody. This guest right here is a legend, working with legends, and still today, a legend. Hey, you know what, everybody? I would like to introduce to you the legendary Ador, the true Ador. Hey, yo, introduce yourself.
What's up, man? It's your man, Ador. Been rocking for a long time from the Mount Vernon, Washington Heights, New York City, Mount Vernon, New York. Been blessed to make a lot of great records for people for decades. You might know me from my classic Let It All Hang Out with Pete Rock, which is a New York City anthem still to this day, and international global certified hip hop classic. And actually, even in the EDM world, house music world, I made one of the most iconic dance music vocals of all time with Fatboy Slim. I did the Renegade Master vocal, which is an iconic, record more for globally, global music and all that stuff. But I'm a real hip hop, boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I am. I didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
I know he was really busy with Big, and he was busy with Jodeci. So when Eddie F offered me, actually Eddie F showed me paperwork. He offered me a production deal with Untouchables. And in that production deal, it was gonna give me and Pete the chance to work together, make some music together.
Yeah.
So I was down for it, bro. So I signed with Eddie F and the Untouchables. And funny thing was, a couple days after I signed, I was happy. I think I was at the Red Zone. I was at some big party downtown in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I was with my girl, and we were just chilling. I was feeling myself because I had just signed the Untouchables. And I was really excited, I truly was. And Puff came up and grabbed me by my side, like, who's just grabbing me? And he was like, yo, man, he goes, I can't believe you signed with Eddie and them, and you never even told me. You didn't even talk to me first. He was like, I had deals for you. I was working on some deals for you. And I was like, oh, man, Pop. I said, man, I don't know, man. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't feel like you were paying attention to me at this time. And he was offering me real paperwork and for me to get right in the studio and start really making music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's really, and that was my biggest goal, was to start really just making music for the people, in a real way. And from there, man, Pete sent me some music. And I heard Let It All Hang Out, and it wasn't exactly how it was. And I started writing, and I had some parts written, and I started writing, and it just organically became a really great record. When we did that record, I wasn't signed to anybody, but when we did that record, that's when Reminisce was out, and it was starting to do good.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of buzz around Pete, as a producer too. And that record alone, we made that record, and then Eddie sent it to a couple labels, and there was a bidding war for it. I had like Columbia, Atlantic Records, Epic Records, like 3 or 4 labels were all bidding to sign me, just from Let It All Hang Out. Just from Let It All Hang Out. That's how special of a record it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And long story short, I ended up signing with Atlantic Records. Sylvia Rowland signed me, and I went up and met with her. She loved me. And 2-3 weeks later, I'm telling you, we made Let It All Hang Out in the studio. And I was signed to Atlantic Records like 3 weeks later. And like 4 or 5 weeks later, I was shooting a video for Let It All Hang Out.
All right.
And 6-7 weeks later, I was on Your MTV Raps. I was top 10 Billboard rap single in the country. I did it. I was on In Living Color. I rocked In Living Color.
Oh, all right. Damn, I ain't see that one. I ain't see that episode. Damn. I'm going to look that one up.
It's on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
It's on YouTube.
You're like, yeah, it's on YouTube.
But I killed In Living Color, and when I came back from that, I was like Cardi B in '92. In New York and around the country, because I had just done Your MTV Raps and I had just done In Living Color. I was everywhere. Let It All Hang Out was a top 10 Billboard single in the country, going up against big records, bro. That was when Reminisce was out.
Yeah.
Faking the Funk, Main Source.
Yeah.
Jump Around, House of Pain, DOS Effects.
Yeah.
And I was charting with them. I peaked at number 6 as top rap singles on Billboard.
You know, Ador, I did not know that. When I heard that song, I ran to get a tape to record it because I guess it was on like BLS or Kiss, Red Alert, one of them.
Mr. Magic, who'd you listen? Who'd you hear it on?
It had to be either BLS or Kiss. It had to be. It's either Red Alert or Mr. Magic. Those are the only two guys that was giving you the hype.
Yeah, Red Alert. I love Red. Red used to kill Let It All Hang. He was one of the first cosigns of that record that really brought it into the streets of New York. You know what I'm saying? Like that record was an anthem in Brooklyn and everywhere. And
when I heard it for the first time, I ran, grabbed the tape because you got your tapes. You gotta pop the tape and hit record. And by the time you made it to the second verse, the tape stopped, and I'm like, the fuck? But when I flipped it over to check to see what's on the other side of this, I was like, damn, I was like torn between the tape popping. I was like, no. And then years later, I heard it again, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. But there's a lot I didn't know. Like, I didn't know I thought after that, that was your only single, and that was it. I never even heard the album or none of that. I just knew that song, and it stayed with me. You know what I'm saying? And all that. And the way you rapped it, it was during the time where everybody's beginning to get hard. Everybody trying to be hard. Everybody coming with these, fancy lyrics. You just kept it simple, plain. Even in the video, everybody just kind of just dancing, just having a good time. What inspired you to write Let It All Hang Out and not, I killed the bill that will and still. Why you ain't write like that? Why did you do the Let It All Hang Out?
It was, that's a good question, that's a real good question, my man. For me, that was a real volatile time too, man. That was when the Rodney King, all that Rodney King stuff had just happened and stuff like that. And I wasn't, because I was just being me. I'm a music man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an MC, I'm a writer, I'm a poet, I'm a street poet, and that really wasn't. Even though I was around that lifestyle real bad, like in a lot of direct ways, I wasn't really trying to come out like that. I wasn't really trying to be that. I was trying to be somebody. I was trying to be something, give something to culture, give something to the people. Ador is an acronym of a lot of crazy things. A lot of them were positive, You
give us one of the acronyms if you don't mind. Like, give me the.
Yeah, if you listen to my records, it's crazy. You'll hear all of those acronyms and the energy of
okay.
Really surrounded by that. It's like another dimension of rhythms. My sounds are always like sonic, you know what I'm saying? A declaration of revolution, because I do go against the grain, I am against the grain, I'm for the people, power to the people for sure, you know what I'm saying? And, against discrimination of races, it was good for me to be, to come out like that and get so much love from all cultures, you know what I'm saying? And, a direction of responsibility, because I felt like, I wanted my music to help create movements and change. So a lot of those aspects were all embodied, even in Let It All Hang Out. That's just the spirit of me. It's not like corny, simple Simon rap. It's not drill rap, or drill hip hop. It's not gangster. It's real organic hip hop, soulful energy music. That's what I make.
All right. Y'all heard it firsthand. Only on Scavenger Radio do you get this kind of good inside information, the juices, the spices, the sprinkle, a little bit of paprika. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, ADR, I didn't know that you were mainly your main thing. You're in the EDM world. I didn't know that. I'm like, what? And you're ranked you're up there. You're ranked as one of the top people in that industry. What was that an easy transition? Matter of fact, hold on. You know what? My co-host, Scavenger Fred, has a question for you. Because I'm about to take off.
That was my same exact question I was going to ask you.
I still can't even see you though.
No. We have multiple cameras, so just in case Google don't do its job, which it didn't do, keep me up there. We have another camera that got me, but we got you. It's all gonna work out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I have a co-host, Scavenger Fred.
Yeah, that was the same question I was going to ask you though about EP. How did you get into electronic dance music?
It really just happened really organically. It was I did my second single I made was a second record on Atlantic. That was my second single from my debut album that was supposed to come out with Atlantic.
Yeah.
It was called One for the Trouble. It was produced by K Def, and Marley Marl was part of the project too, but K Def actually produced it. And I made an a cappella for it.
Okay.
And in the original lyrics, I said, back once again, it's the Renegade Master, you know, A for ally, D for damager, O for out of here, R for the Renegade Master.
Yeah.
You know, and I said ill behavior. And the single came out, and years later, I found it by surprise. I'll never forget this day. It was a summer morning, and my girl, I was in bed, and my girl was like, she was like, yo, isn't that you on, it was MTV Spring Break was on, and Scribble, DJ Scribble was playing, and all of a sudden I heard, back once again, it's the Renegade Master, D for damage to the power to the people, behind this crazy like house beat. And all these kids spring breaking were like spring breaking all this. And I'm like, yo, what is this? I had no clue what this was. You know what I'm saying? And I started digging into it, and come to find out, there was this big house producer. His name was Wild Child, Roger McKenzie, who was like a deep underground house guy from England, from the UK.
Okay.
And he took my a cappella and made this house record with it called Renegade Master. And that Renegade Master record became a huge hit on radio, BBC Radio, and all this. And then right after it came out, he actually died in the studio, man. He had like a heart problem, and he actually died in the studio not too long after he released that record. And God rest his soul, honestly, because he changed my life. You know, he changed my life in a lot of ways. You know, Let It All Hang Out in hip hop is my foundation, and it is a big part of Ador. It really is, always will be, and that's really what I make is hip hop music. But this opened the door because it just took off. And then the crazy thing was, you guys, I'm sure you ever heard of Fatboy Slim? Yeah. Fatboy Slim, in honor of Wild Child, remixed Renegade Master, and then it was out of here. Media platforms like I really just got on. My agents told me I got to start doing this stuff. Like I really just got on Instagram. I was always more into just like letting my sound, like ADR, letting my vibe just be like subculture, just be out there. You know, that's what's kept me resonating for decades.
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't have a big social media base, right? But Ador, don't get it twisted, it's heard by millions of people every day. My records are in the millions screens, millions, 100 million, in all ways. Every day. You know what I'm saying?
All right. You see, y'all heard it straight from Ador's mouth. And it's crazy, Ador, because artists today, you know, I did like a poll. I do a lot of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? It gets me in trouble sometimes. But I need, you know, I look at the world as a giant test tube, especially when it comes to music and what I do. So it's like I'll throw things at people and be like, you never heard of that? Or if you did this and you write this way, where'd you get that from? Oh, well, you know, Lil Baby, blah, blah. Lil Baby who? Never heard of him. Never heard of you. And where did he get that from? You get it from people like Ador, people like Big Daddy Kane, people like Rakim and Cool G Rap and all of those guys. Everything we do, we standing on the foundation that people like EDOR built, and this is a fact that can't be denied. So when you guys say, oh, he's a has-been, or he used to be, no, the man's still getting millions sold, millions of dollars, still got a record deal. Yo, matter of fact, speaking of record deals, I didn't know that your record company. Tell us about the record company.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, like I was really one of the first real true independents. Like in 94, 95. As soon as I left Atlantic Records and Eddie F, I got released from Untouchables. I wanted to be out. You know, there was a lot of stuff going on. I got right back into it, and it actually Pete blessed me. Pete Rock blessed me, and we made my first single from my own label. We made together. It was a single called "Enter the Center," and that's my second Pete Rock joint. That's another joint that I did with Pete, and that record got a lot. That record got a lot of love, and that was the first ever single released on True Rain Records. I was with a man named Danny Sims, gave me a label deal through him. He was Bob Marley's old manager.
Oh, okay.
And he had a big label deal with this independent distribution company. And so he gave me a deal through him, and I put out, Enter the Center with Pete, got a lot of love, got MTV, made a video, did a lot of things. Bro, I made like 4 albums, bro. I got like four full-length albums. The first one, The Concrete, was the Atlantic album that never came out but was recorded.
Yeah. And
now, it's out there digitally on Spotify. You can check it out. That's got Diamond D, Digging in the Crates. I did records with Trackmaxers, Diamond, K-Def, Pete Rock, Ski, who did Jay-Z's first album from Rock-A-Block. All, what I'm saying? Like, it's a big record. We made some big records that'll still resonate for decades, B. That's the thing, that was one thing. Even E from EPMD was saying this.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me this reel. Pete Rock actually quoted. He was like, these cats nowadays that make these records, some of these records that are coming out now, they got no real soul. They got no longevity to them. They got nothing where in 5 years, when somebody wants to hear that record, they won't even know about that record. There's something special about it. Separates itself to where those artists won't even be able to go get money because people won't want to license it, or people won't even know about it or give you shows to do it. But from the age of like the late 80s to the 90s, in that window of time when hip hop really just exploded and became cultural, not just the music, it just became a cultural movement, that will never go away. The records we made, Reminisce Over You, Let It All Hang Out, EPMD, Big Daddy. That's why we still get a lot of love, and a lot of things happen, a lot of opportunities happen because those records are so real, and they'll be classic. They're timeless records.
Exactly.
I'm saying, like, people will be rocking Reminisce Over You and Let It All Hang Out, and all these records that are special. Wu-Tang, all the with Jay-Z, and like these records will be played after when we go back to the kingdom. And people will still be rocking them. But these newer cats making records, those are like 2-week records, and then it's on to the next thing. That's why they always got to keep putting records out. It's like crazy. Like when I make a record, it's a jewel to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't make a lot of records like that. I don't make records every day and just put them out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I make a record and then I put it out there and I let the world do what it wants with it, and I let it marinate. I put it out there. But you got cats that drop a record, every 3-4 days. Like, I don't know what the real identity of that record can become like that. You know what I'm saying?
You got a couple artists right now. They dropping an album a month, so. They drop album.
It's crazy. And they're making their albums on their phone. You know what I'm saying? They're buying beats for $9, 99 to buy a beat. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. But it comes back though. It comes back because you feel the difference in the records that are made like that to the records that are truly made from artists. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Artists.
Oh yeah. Because like you said, it's just like you said, Scavengers. I can sit here, I got a full-blown studio sitting around me right now, like a full-blown, I can get down at will. And I can sit here and say, SpaghettiOs taste good, and I live in the hood all day long and put out song after song after song. But it won't hold no value. It won't have no real meat to it. It won't hold no substance. And number one, it won't have no soul, no real feeling. It's just you're being into this thing.
Like your real energy. That's why I be telling a lot of artists, I be hearing a lot of music, I be like, man, you got no feeling to it. You just doing it. You have no feeling. Like you don't really care what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't care about what you're putting out.
And that's what and it's two sides of that too though, because if you're a real dope artist and you're really creative and stuff, maybe you could pull off something on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you could make a record like that. But if you're that creative and if it's that real, if you're really spitting like that and your energy is really that, then that will be. You know what I'm saying? I think. It's like in baseball. They always say the ball don't lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that basically means that if it's meant to be for you, it will be for you. For real, for real.
Oh, yeah.
But on the other side of that, when I made my deal, when I got my record deal, and a lot of the cats in the 90s, the late 80s, and all that stuff, when they first had to get their record deals, bro, you had to work for that, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
There was no. You had to have an A&R that really was into you. You had to get in the office. You had to get your MC or have an album out. And, you know, there's even distribution companies that will put your stuff out. And they don't care. They just take money from you. You know,
Yeah.
you could get a subscription to it, like you get a subscription to OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? That's not music, bro.
Hey, y'all heard what he said, man.
All right, since you said that, I got a question I've been wanting to ask you. Since you said that you from the old school and you still in the game, what modern day artist would you see yourself being in the studio with? That you could feel comfortable getting in the studio with?
Yo, I like Migos, man. I like the Migos, man. I like the Migos records. I like that whole vibe. The records they make, their producer's L. The Murder, what's his name? Money Murder, something like that.
Something like that.
He's the producer for Migos is real nice. I like Future. I like Futures. I like stuff on the new stuff,
Okay.
I like A Boogie. I think A Boogie drops. Sometimes it's kind of.
I think he brought a different style to New York.
I like Chief Keef, yo. I love Chief Keef. Yo. I like Chief Keef, man. I ain't gonna lie, B. Cats like that, so cats like that, shit, hell yeah. But I'm still a New York boy though too. I'm still on some real New York, But even though music is, it's all around, and I respect the music from the South, and and music from the Cali and the West Coast, and and Philly. I like Meek Mill. I think Meek is. I always like Meek's music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What about Kendrick Lamar? What about Kendrick? Drake?
Yeah, Kendrick is cool too. Like Kendrick is a lyricist. He definitely. Oh yeah. He puts work into his craft for sure. Yeah. Like cats like that. I got no. I would never. I got nothing else to say about cats like that.
When it comes to music in America, you've been to London. You've been there. Yeah. And that EDM thing is out there is huge.
Well, not just London. EDM, global music. That dance. I'm in Ibiza, Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. I get royalties from Dubai. You know what I'm saying? That world music is crazy. That festivals and like all the music festivals. When like Renegade Masters. Like I'm telling you, B. I'm telling you, when you ain't around me, just go on IG or go on Twitter and just hashtag Renegade Master, bro. It'll be, it's actually part. People use it. It's like in the Urban Dictionary. If you're a Renegade Master, you're somebody that demonstrates ill behavior and stuff like that. Okay. It became more than just a lyric, bro. Like
it became an actual definition in the dictionary.
It's part of culture.
Yeah.
Like European culture. Renegade Master, there's a dance, a shuffle, Renegade Master Shuffle, and people grew up on that joint for decades, dancing, tripping out on it, having babies to it, making out with honeys in the club, freaking, it's all kinds of crazy stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Decades.
When it comes to, I noticed something through time, just observing, that the UK seems to embrace hip hop way tighter and stronger, and they love it more passionately and deeply than we do here in America. It's almost like we just on to the next thing. Yeah, it was great when it was great, but not now. It ain't great. The hottest thing now is trapping and slapping hoes and sticking dicks in their asses and popping pills. That's the, like I had a bitch come to the door the other day screaming and yelling over a little post I made. This bitch at the door screaming and yelling. I'm like, could you calm down? What the fuck? The neighbors, what the hell? What's this cost? and it's like, and it's like nobody comes here. Like the fuck? But anyway, it's like,
like if like UK, that's where all the real classic, a lot of the bands came from, and back in
Phil Collins, yeah.
So I'm saying, like, all those are real deep, good artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, America, we have great artists too. You know what I'm saying? But it is true. For some reason, the Europeans, they have a you, even as an American artist. You know what I'm saying? You make good music, they give you a lot of love. They've been big to me, my whole career. So I definitely got a lot of love for them.
Hey, hold on real quick, Fred. I ain't gonna cut you off, Fred. I ain't gonna cut you off because you sent the song two for the show. Or is it, what is it, two today? Damn it. Diamond D produced it. God damn it, I'm trying to think of the song.
Day to day.
And that was Diamond D from Digging in the Crates. Diamond D.
Yeah.
I could tell by the drum it was Diamond D. I could tell by the loop. Oh yeah, that's Diamond.
Yeah.
How'd y'all come up with that one? How'd you and Diamond get together and be like, yo, what's up? Because a Diamond D beat is a diamond in itself.
Oh yeah, I got like 4 records with D.
All right.
I got like 4 records with D, and one of them I did on my label too, on True Rain Records. It's called The Rush. That was a banger. That's a banger, yo.
Yeah.
Gotta check it out. I got a good video for it too. But me and
Send
D,
it. We'll play it.
what?
He just
I said send it. We'll play it.
Yeah, you can find it. It's easy to find. Just ADOR The Rush. It's definitely.
All right.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
Sure. But I'll definitely send it to you. But with D was when I was starting to make my album. There was a lot of stuff with Atlantic that started going left with Pete because Pete was having some things going on with the production company, and it was kind of holding up my album. Me making my album.
Yeah.
And I was on some real. I was always in the music business, so. But my father was in the music, so I was like, hold up, I'm not just going to sit here and wait. I'm going to go get some records made, And my name was popping, and people were, I was getting a lot of love and respect with cats. And a friend of mine had just did a record with D. This kid, Big Red from the Bronx. It came out on Payday Records. It was a 12-inch called Monster. You Created a Monster, I think, something like that. And I met D through him, but D already knew who I was because I was already big from Let It All Hang Out. A lot of cats when Let It All Hang Out was really like popping. So I was saying, and then when Wu-Tang, I was with RZA and all them ODB and all them were in the studio. They were eating my Chinese food that I left. The Chinese food I had ordered on my per diem. And they were like, yo, I had all this Chinese food I had ordered, and I didn't eat it all. And they were like, yo, we in there. I was like, yo, go ahead, man, go get on it, man. And they were eating all the Chinese food, and and I was with them. Really, I had a lot of magical moments with cats that gave me a lot of love. And even to this day, like when they see me, like even recently, I went to Pete asked me to come to Webster Hall to the show that he did with Common.
Yeah.
For the auditorium when they did it at Webster Hall, the final show of the tour. And I went to that joint, and I went back in the green room, the VIP joint with everybody. And when Common met me, Common was like, "Oh, yo, son," like, wow, like he was really like kind of in awe to meet me, and I was gracious. I'm like, wow, it's great to meet you too. I always liked him as an artist too, but he really had a lot of he was really like happy to that. He was like nice to meet me, like on some real.
Of course. In a minute. You forgot to get now my co-host is like, yo, we got him on the show. He stuck on his words. Yo, just ask him that. Hey, yo, it's the real deal. It's the real Ador.
Let me ask you cats something though, both of you. When you used to hear Let It All Hang Out, right?
Hell yeah.
Right. So, what can you remember times when you heard it, what you were doing, to where it resonated with you and stayed with you?
I know exactly what I was doing. I was in a group home in Pleasantville, New York. I'm from Brooklyn.
Right.
So, I did a lot of moving around. So I got to Mount Vernon. I didn't even know Mount Vernon you could catch the train to Mount Vernon. I didn't know that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's the last stop, Mount Vernon. I think it's the 3 train. I think. I can't, the 2 to 3, one of them numbers I don't ride. It ain't the A, the damn sure ain't the 4.
No, the 2 train stops at 241st Street, right there for Mount Vernon.
I think you go down the stairs, boom, you're in Mount Vernon. I was like, damn, cool. So boom, when I'm in a group home though, in Pleasantville, New York. And like I told you earlier, I was like, I'm listening to Red Alert, doing my thing, because I was more of a Red Alert man than a Marley Marl man. Because Red Alert would give you the new, raw, underground, good shit and put it on the radio. And you'd be like, damn, like Ultramagnetic. First time I heard Ultramagnetic, Red Alert. It wasn't Magic had his own way of being a favorite kind of guy. He was just favoring his Juice Crew, and this Juice Crew was just it, and that was that. But Red Alert was letting everybody get in. Everybody. Just Ice, Kevin Small, you name it. He was, you know, I'm an Ultraman. I ain't never heard nobody rap like Ultramagnetic to date. Right. Ever. Kool Keith cannot be topped. But that day, I'm like, boom, all right, Red Alert doing this thing. I'm just fucking around with the boys in the group home, talking about girls, and then boom, your song came up, and at first, you know, I'm like, it gotta be a Pete Rock beat. You know, Pete Rock came out with something new. I ain't really, you know, I'm waiting for it. But I'm talking, and then boom, your voice came on, kicking out fuel, bam, boom, but I was like, what the? And then the beat just boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh, hell no. Ran to the room, dug through my bag of tapes. I'm like, this the one this gotta be blank. Boom, threw it in there. I'm like, yo, y'all check this out, because that's why I heard Public Enemy that. You know, this is all coming from Red Alert, you know what I'm saying? So we would run. Like, you run with that tape to that goddamn tape recorder, and you hit record. I don't give a damn who's on that side you had. That was your favorite. Yeah. If it's hot, he's getting recorded over. And don't fuck up the tape. Don't touch it, because it's going to get tangled up. But when your shit came on, I was like, I got to get this. But by the time that goddamn tape could get that second verse, that fucking either, I can't remember clearly, it either popped or got caught up in the thingy, and the song went off, and I never really heard it again. And you know, and as much as I listened for it on the radio, I didn't really get it the way I wanted the full song again. I was always catching it after I took a piss, after I ate, after the part I already got. I'm like, damn. And then years,
and back then, it wasn't like you could go to YouTube or you could find it on Spotify.
Yeah, you missed it. You missed it.
If you missed it on the radio or didn't see the video on Rap City or Video Music Box or your MTV Raps, then you didn't hear the song.
Yeah, you just didn't get it. Or you calling your boy like, hey yo man, did y'all record last night from Red Alert? Yeah, I got all of it. All of it? All of it. Okay, good. I'm on my way.
That's real though. That's real, because Red Alert was big with Let It All Hang Out. Red Alert loved that record, and he gave me. He was the one who really blasted that record off for me in New York City, for real. It was Red, for sure.
Yeah. Red always gave you the good stuff, the new stuff. I can name song after song.
And then what about you? And then what about your man?
I was a little younger, but I was 9 or 10 years old, hanging around the DJ booth when it dropped.
Yeah, he was young.
I was younger though, so music didn't really impact me then like that until that Life After Death Biggie 2 came out. That's when I really started, okay, I'm locked in. But I used to always be at the block parties. When they had block parties in the hood, I used to sneak out, be down there listening to it. But I was still young, so it really didn't impact me. I'm on the go.
I love the young cats. Man, I'm tell you something. I hear some of the coolest things that I get from Let It All Hang Out is when a kid that wasn't even born yet came to me. Like, they're listening to my joints now and supporting my albums now, and they weren't even born when Let It All Hang Out came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't even born. So that's really cool, you know what I'm saying? Those are all the blessings of music, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That some of us get. Yeah,
anytime, like your song has been playing on Scavenger Radio since me and you actually connected on, because it was weird because I'm on YouTube looking up an independent artist, looking at their video, just trying to see what I can get, take, whatever, or just listening. And then, you know, it just, you know, because I'm always looking at shit on YouTube from the 80s. I'm an 80s guy. I don't give a damn if it's rock. I listen to rock. People think I'm crazy because I'm black.
Right.
And I'll drive around and walk around, and in my headphones ain't nothing but 80s rock or 90s. It's 80s to 90s and maybe the beginning of 2000, but that's all rock. Straight rock.
Cool, but ain't nothing wrong with that.
But rock and hip hop to me are the same. They both express themselves in a raw way. The drummer on the rock band could easily play a hip hop drum, no problemo. And it's been many of cats that did rock samples, all kind of shit. So it all fits to me.
Run DMC?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy had a rock band.
Exactly. I listen to Metallica like crazy. So the people I hang around, you know, we all from the streets, but they don't listen to that shit. I do. If I was to pull up blasting Metallica the day that never comes, niggas like, man, turn that shit off. Hell no. Turning it up. So it all fits in my head. It all goes together. But like whenever I hear your song, like when I saw your video just came up, you like it was random, like you know how YouTube does if you pick a certain type of and show you stuff. And I'm like, oh shit. And I played it, recorded it. You know, I turned the video into an MP3 for my own listening pleasure. I'm like, finally got it after 30 years. And then magically, the next week or so, it wasn't long, it wasn't 7 days, I saw you saying, what's up to Pete Rock? I think it was your birthday or his birthday or something like that. And you were like saying, what's up to Pete Rock? And I was like, oh, hell, something in my heart was like, man, fuck that. Reach out to that man. The worst he can say is no. You've been told no all your life. So shit, and here he is, everybody, and living color.
Definitely. I'll tell you that was one of the reasons why I do get presented with opportunities to reach out, and I love it because it's great for me to reach out to people and maybe an audience untapped that has never even gotten into my music, and to the cats that want to see me, they want to feel me because they know me and they have appreciated me and been with me through my journey in music. So when I seen some of the things you were saying, it kind of took to me to where I was like, okay. This is something that I'll be down to do, and and you were organized in the way you presented yourself to me for this call, for this interview,
right.
and so I appreciate you reaching out to me as well to give me this opportunity to be on the call.
Oh, it's an honor, It's
definitely an honor. I got a 2-part question for you though. What inspired your new single, and what kind of traction you getting for your new single?
I have a brand new joint out right now, man. I just released it actually. The video will be coming out next week. It's called Catch the Wave.
Yeah.
And it's real cool. It's my first hip hop record in a while, and it means a lot to me. The track means a lot to me because it was one of the records that my younger brother, his name is Sir Jace. His real name was Jason, and he was a really talented producer. He actually made my second album. Was just me and him. We made it together. He produced the whole album with me.
Okay.
It's called Animal 2000, and he sadly passed away a few years ago.
Oh man.
And my little bro changed my life forever, for real. And he had this track that we never got to finish, and I promised him that I would finish it, that I would put this record out. So that music for the Catch the Wave, for my new single, is a record that my brother produced, and then I finished it up. I did some things and added some things to it after he passed away. So it means a lot to me, and it's really been doing good, man. It's getting a lot of good, it's getting some good vibes, and which is strong because it's resonating out there with people. Some people, the sound may be a little bit different, and some cats want me to be more underground. But I've never been like for underground shows. I've never been like an underground artist.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I make more records that are more more broad, that are good quality records that sound like records that are really, put together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people just want to hear some ill underground, which is cool too. I like those vibes. I get into those vibes. And I'll probably sprinkle some of that into my new, project that I'm going to be working on.
Out of your whole catalog.
Catch the Wave overall. What happened?
I was about to ask, out of your whole catalog, what's that one song that just you feel the most passionate about?
It gotta be that joint.
Out of your whole catalog, the most passionate song.
It gotta be Let It All Hang Out. It gotta be.
Let It All Hang Out is definitely there, but I would say two other joints. Is One for the Trouble, which is a great record, bro. Yeah. That's the record that I did with K-Def, and Marley Marl had some love to it too, but K-Def produced it. But that's the record that created Renegade Master. Okay. And it's just a great record. That was my second single with Atlantic. And also my record From the Concrete, the record I made with Ski, really means a lot to me. Okay. From my catalog. So I would say my three best records would be Let It All Hang Out, One for the Trouble, and From the Concrete.
What about Public? No, go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
And now Catch the Wave. And now Catch the Wave, because I came back and I dropped this joint and I'm getting some real love for it. people could have just totally turned away from it, but no, it's getting some real good traction. And I just got somebody surprised me with a crazy ill remix of it. That it sounds like some Let It All Hang Out 5.0
Number one, Catch the Wave is definitely playing on Scavenger Radio. It's been playing since the day you sent it to me. That's been like what, 2 months? It's been running. And the songs that you sent, all of them in rotation, just going. Like our show is dedicated to the unknown artists. But if you were to listen to the show, we sat there and listen to the music, you see it's unknown artists with famous artists. And I'm throwing in, I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm throwing in my 80s artists. I don't give a shit. You're gonna hear Big Daddy. You're gonna hear Ador. You're gonna hear Rakim. You're gonna hear him. Cause why would I give you the fruit but you don't know where the seed comes from, Scavengers? Why would I do something like that?
That's real.
Alright? That's real. Alright. That's good. Like catch the Wave. When I first heard it, you made a good point, Ador. When you first sent it to me and I listened to it, boom, and it got the little Catch the Wave, and I was like, wait, this ain't the Ador that I remember, but I had to listen to it again, and I'm like, okay, wait, I'm expecting something that ain't that. How can I say it to you? I was, you know how you listen for something? You know how you meet a girl you used to want to fuck way back when, but when you meet the bitch today, the bitch ain't really what she used to be. That's how it was. So I had to let that go and just get the new vibe. And be like, okay, now I see where he going. And I started feeling. I was like, okay. And you would just catch the wave.
Yeah,
and in the video.
You gotta let people. That's the typical thing that people do is they just put you in one way. You grow, man. You gotta progress we all progress. We all change. You know what I'm saying, a little bit. But I really think Catch the Wave is really in when you really listen to it.
It is. You have to actually like forget. That's what I had to tell myself. Okay, let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. Let that be what it is. Yeah. This is new. This is different. So I had to listen to it the second time. Second time, I'm like, all right, cool. Then when you sent the Diamond D joint, I'm like, okay, now we're talking. Here we go, real hip hop. like all of it, like listening from Catch the Wave to the other two songs you sent, all three of them, I'm listening. I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. You're reloading. You're evolving. Exactly. You're evolving. It's that simple. Right.
If you listen to it, my voice on Catch the Wave, my voice, it sounds the same.
It does.
And then play Let It All Hang Out. You'd be like, yeah, that's Ador.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I'm gonna send you this remix of it too, B. Because it's got like the horns. It's really like it sounds like a Pete Rock Ador joint. That's what it sounds like.
And speaking of Pete Rock, y'all ever talked about getting back together? You ever talked about,
he's been hot on me about it actually lately. Like he even posted some joints on his website saying, hey, when I went to the Webster Hall, he posted a picture of me and him together. He's like, me and this boy made something fabulous together. If we would have did our joint, we'd have tore the house down. Yeah. And it got like 2,000 likes and hundreds of people saying, you guys got to make another. He said, should we make another joint? People definitely want to hear a new.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Tell Pete. I follow Pete. He's supposed to be sending me some music, but he gets caught up in a lot of stuff, and now he just got nominated for a Grammy.
Oh, what?
You know what I'm saying? They got nominated for 2 Grammy categories: Best Rap Album and Best Rap Feature, like single.
God damn, that's high.
He got a Grammy. I know.
I didn't know that.
So he's really. So I just texted him to wish him, congratulations on it. He texted me right back, yo, Yanks, bro. And he keeps telling me he wants to make a new record with me and put it out on his label. True Soul. So I think it's gonna happen, B. I think it is gonna be a new Pete Rock Ador.
Okay. So speaking of labels, since you own one, what kind of artists do you have on your label? Is your label designed specifically for you? Because the way I feel about Scavenger Radio, I can put a song out myself and just throw it on the radio. I don't need nobody permission. Just throw it up there and get some royalties, which ain't much. Who gives a shit? But if I play it 1,000,000 times, it'll boil down to something. But is your label for specific kind of artists? Is it EDM? Is it hip hop? What kind of genre?
No, it's just a label. It's really my label to carry me. Once in a while, I've messed around and I've put money into some other artists. I might want to do it again soon, but I've had some bad experiences with that, man. I put a lot of money into some artists that ended up going to jail on me when the album was supposed to come out. And
that's what I've been hearing a lot of in the industry lately.
I lost like racks, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
That's the artist and how you lose it. Everybody on Scavenger Radio. Here's the deal. It's just like me. Scavenger Radio, we invest a lot of money in advertisement. We invest a lot of money in just dealing with these shows we go to, these events. And it's not free. It costs money. When you see the word free, you can bet your ass somebody that you don't know or never saw paid for that shit. Nothing is free.
Right.
So when somebody invests in you, don't go to jail. When somebody invests in you, don't be late. When somebody invests in you, don't be an asshole. Don't embarrass me. This costs money and it's costing time. I could be getting a piece of ass, but you're wasting my fucking time because I got other shit to do. I could have been doing that instead of screwing with you. So when a person like Ador says, I have a record company and I believe in your skills, or this person said, cool, and I'm going to take that chance on you, don't blow it because you guys, we all pray to God, but when you pray for what you want and the opportunity, when opportunity does this, don't say, who is it? Just smash the door open and say, come on in, we got coffee made. Don't blow it. Don't fuck it up for yourself and everybody else. Because you probably didn't mess it up for the guy that's financing this. You definitely blew it for you, yourself, your family, your friends, and everything else you ever dreamed of.
Speaking of an artist, though.
yeah, it's just like I just found that like everything, not even just that, just royalties. Like when you put another artist out, they always think you're robbing them of royalties, and there's always some kind of dumb shit that got to come along with it. I'll be honest with you, I haven't had good experiences as a label owner in dealing with artists. You know what I'm saying? So I've really just really made True Rain to support me as an artist. I'm the biggest artist on the roster anyway, but I would never not look at the opportunity maybe again, or because I want to broaden myself with that too. You know what I'm saying? I do have a passion for my record company too.
So I was asking this though. So when you dealing with artists, what type of artists do you deal with? Like with the type of genre you used to, or do you expand yourself and go into, let's say, pop, rock, soft rock,
that's a good question.
Country? Or are you gonna keep it close to the vest and go to EDM and hip hop where where your foot is at? And you actually help your
I mean like if anything, I would stay in my realm genre. I'm not gonna put out no country artists or nothing like that. But I would fuck with like a independent like rock, you know what I'm saying? I like that music too, like some dope ill. I like honeys, girls like I like girls like Macy Gray, like soul honeys, soul female singers. That's something that I get into, like, or if I found like a cool. There's this one rap artist now that he's kind of friends with my son too, actually, but he's really talented. He's talented, and I might open the door and start slow and maybe do something with him. But nowadays, man, a lot of people, they feel they could do it on their own. Man, I could just go to CD Baby or DistroKid or do this, and I'll be. But that's the thing, that it's just shit, man. It's like McDonald's, B. You know what I'm saying? It's like people, McDonald's ain't good for you, but people will eat that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's So you never know. Like, you never know. But there'll probably be a point where I do like a True Rain project and really get it back into it again. But at this time, I've really just concentrated on my new project. I'm going to work on a new project and just carrying on all the stuff I'm doing with the EDM and the house music, and that's where I'm at. And my son is a baseball player, so I spend a lot of time. That's one of my favorite. He's like in the minor leagues, trying to get a contract to play some pro ball. So that's a big part of my life too, being with him and stuff like that. So my music gives me the chance to be able to do that from the blessings from my music. So, I might get a hot dog cart. You know what I'm saying? I might do like Benny Siegel. You know what I'm saying? You see Benny Siegel just did that. Got a food truck. You know what I'm saying? He's like, whatever. I'm just.
Speaking of EDM,
I've
been wanting to ask you on the EDM tip. Would you see yourself doing one with Lil Jon? Because Lil Jon is in that genre too. A lot of people don't know Lil
Oh
Jon been
yeah.
in the genre for a while.
Oh yes? Oh yes? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah, Lil Jon. Yeah, I'm saying they got EDM records with Lil Baby and ASAP Ferg. ASAP Ferg got some EDM
Yeah,
joint out. People
that was
that you
because of
don't even
DJ
read.
Isco though, because DJ Isco was trying to
Huh?
cross over. Like DJ Isco was doing his thing with the EDM and doing the crossover. So I heard him do a lot of
Yeah,
like that.
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I did not know Little John was.
Yeah, Lil Jon,
Yeah, nah, that's
he was
real.
on there.
It's real. I mean, it's a big move, and that's the thing, bro. It's like, if it was just my hip hop royalties I was living on, I don't know. But
Yeah.
with everything that's happened with my records in Europe and house and all that stuff, I'm very blessed, for real.
The thing that I've always wondered about scavengers is this: artists they get the chance to do what they've always dreamed of, if that was truly a real dream. Because a lot of
Right.
artists they copy. This person did it, so that's what I want to do. This person did it, but like for instance, I know a person directly. As a matter of fact, I want to say her name, but it'll cause more problems. But this person came over, and their daughter is in her upper 20s, and she's trying to become a rapper. Never rapped before. She's trying to get into it. And so I tried to help them make just on the because they were buying $9 beats and getting beats free off YouTube and playing them. I'm like, why
Right.
would you do that? I can just make you a straight raw beat the way you want it, and it's your own. So they were excited about that. So we started working. But my question is this: there is why do you feel like hip hop or rap music is the only genre of music that has an age limit, an expiration date? Cher can come out right now at 90 years old and be like, can you believe in love at 90? But Big Daddy
Right.
Kane, if he was 90, can't be like, I can build and kill. Well, they'll be like, no, boo, we don't want to hear that. Why is that? Why is
I
that
don't
shit
know.
like that?
I don't think that's true, B. I don't think that's
Okay,
true. I think you're starting to even see that. I think cats are rocking right now, B. I mean, they out there doing concerts, bro. Wu Tang is out, tour.
no, 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 no,
They,
no,
they
no, no. Hold on. Because they're established. I can't come out right now and get a record deal at age 40, 45, 50. That ain't gonna work. They ain't gonna be like, no. Why?
Ah,
Why is hip hop that way?
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying about the way that maybe a lot of young jits is like looking at older artists and stuff like that. Like, oh, you done whatever. You can't come out
Yeah.
anymore. But you just gotta put your music out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like music, that's the one thing about music. It's a magical journey, B. You don't know. You never some of the weirdest thing you make might become and change the world, culture.
And it
I,
speaks
I
volumes to what you said earlier when you were speaking on passion. Like when you put no matter how old you are, you put your passion and your feelings into something, it's gonna
right.
resonate with somebody.
And it
You
matters
probably
and
can't
it,
control how many
eh,
people, but it's gonna
yeah.
resonate.
And it matters what you're looking for too. Like me, the illest thing about me, bro, is like I don't know if it's the way God maybe just wired me, to be honest with you, but when I really I really want to do music, I really want to make my music, and my father was a big motivator for me for that. Watching him and his struggles, music changed my family, broke up my family, a lot of things. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
wow.
So it's a special relationship I have with music. So I felt, I never forget the day I said this. I was downtown in the village, and I was like, man, I don't even never even have to be rich from this, man.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to be free. I just want to be able to make my records, be free. You know what I'm saying? To live my everyday as I want to live, even if I just lived in a little studio apartment my whole life. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? And I have built a beautiful family with kids from my music. You know what I'm saying? I got great things and a house. You know what I'm saying? Like I've got great things. That are materialistic in some ways, and some ways the unmaterialistic parts of it will be with me forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if I got to a point where I was like, yo, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've come so much farther. I've achieved so much more than I thought I would have, that was satisfied with. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have been satisfied with just let it all hang out for the mark I left in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was it, man, that's special. It's like, it's like if you meet somebody and they played for the New York Yankees, right? Even if they just played in one game, if they got 4 or 5 at bats, but they were a New York Yankee, that motherfucker was a Yankee. That motherfucker is special. He made it. He's a pro. He's a real pro. So just from Let It All Hang Out, I'm an all-star forever. You know what I'm saying? Just from that.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? When I started Scavenger Radio like 10 years ago, it came from just frustration of hearing the same shit on the radio. Same people, same garbage, over and over. No uniqueness. Repetitive. So I was like, okay, this.
I can see that in you.
So I started. So I said, okay, and we're talking 2010. So this technology did not. That wasn't. Ain't no Zoom. Ain't none of that. Ain't no platforms. Ain't none of that. It all started with just like normal. It was just the phone. You would call me. I would simply have a mic like this, just at the phone as I'm talking, and we're just talking, and I just record the vocals and send you the vocals, and that's that. Because it's like radio. You don't see the person. You just hear them. Same concept. But where we are now with Scavenger Radio, it just having you alone. I'll go high five for everybody. I'll go as a compliment. I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be rich. I'm done. I have nothing left to prove.
That's dope. That's dope.
You accepted it at that position. Like, if this is it, this is it.
This is it. But I've done what I came to do. $1 million don't mean I'm successful. $1 million don't mean Scavengers. Let me explain something to y'all.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man. That I want to cut you off, but for what you said, that it's true because like I said, like I came up with Puff. Like I came up with Puff, and Puff meant a lot to me. And all the stuff that he's going through now, it hurts me in a lot of ways. Like him being in jail and all this stuff. But I don't know all the things that he had done as well might be real. So. If that's the case, I mean, there's things, I don't really want to get into that aspect of him then. But what I'm saying is there's cats that grew up with Puff from when they were little that I was just with. We were all together when I was just in New York. And that's what they're saying now. Like, look at look where I am. I'm home with my kids. I'm chilling. I never lived this crazy life like Puff lived. But look where Puff is now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these are cats that were righteous cats that said, I never had to have all this crazy stuff to be a man or to be happy in life. And now they feel like they've received their, how could you say it? Their affirmation of their beliefs and sticking to it because they're free with their kids out running around and Puff is in jail, locked down 23 hours a day in the dark. You know what I'm saying? That I was getting back to what you were saying about, what you don't have to have $1 million to be happy type shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
It's all about perspective.
$1 million scavengers, everybody listen to me. If I wanted to right now, I could go get a BMW. If I wanted to. If I wanted to be in debt, because I'm going to be in debt. If I wanted to, I could go get a 5-bedroom. All I need to do is go to the bank and get a loan. If your credit is good, they'll give you the money. No problem. But you'll be in debt. Is that the goal? Is that your dream? Like to me, your dream, what do you see you doing? Not being all 1 million people screaming, did you achieve the goal? That's the dream. Did I do what I want to do from the bottom of my heart? And it's done. I don't give a damn if one person says, yo, Scavenger Radio, thank you. There it is. I
win. You're right. That's real.
What he just said, I've been wanting to ask you that too. Like, what was that one performance, that one concert you were like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, all right, that's good. I'm really here.
Yeah, I did it. I mean, yeah.
When I did In Living Color, when I finished In Living Color.
Ooh, sweet.
I ain't get that.
No, you walked in late. Yeah. Late as usual, like a period.
Like, because I don't know. I mean, I'm sure but like In Living Color at that time, In Living Color was, if you was on In Living Color, you in the world, in the country, in the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, Let It All Hang Out. I performed Let It All Hang Out on In Living Color. And when I came back from that, it was like, that's when it was, the stardom was crazy. I'll be walking in Manhattan, cars would stop. Yo, that's Ador, yo. Come up and run up on me like that, like some Cardi B shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I came back from when Once in Living Color aired, I was different. I was a celebrity. Yeah.
Because you made it to the plateau. Because everybody, whoever follows this show, I'm pretty sure you're old enough to know what the fuck In Living Color is. Don't play games with me. Yeah. It ain't like 12-year-olds listening to the show. In Living Color was just like the 3 o'clock drive-in theater in New York. When the Kung Fu Flick came on, the streets of New York City were clear for an hour.
Yeah.
It's over. Nobody outside.
Everybody watched it.
Everybody watched it.
Yeah. It was fun. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that? It's so crazy because I was just a couple weeks ago, I had to get some dental work done. And I went to this dentist's office and I was out in the waiting room. I was just sitting there and this woman came out in the waiting room. She was telling people about us. And also she looked at me and she was like, "You ever been on TV?" This is what she said to me. I was like, and all these people are starting to look. And she's like, "I know you've been on TV. I've seen you on TV before." And I was like being low. I'm like, chill. I'm like, yeah, whatever, chill. She's like, "You was on In Living Color. You was on In Living Color. I remember you on In Living Color." And that's crazy, you know? And because it still gets replayed all the time. It's still on. Episode is on.
I've never seen that episode.
That's the famous episode. That's the one with the Black People Awards. And the George Hamilton suitcase.
I was a freshman in college when it really gained ground. So I knew that. All I knew in my freshman year in Providence was, okay, the girls are not picking up that. Because they'll tell you, call me when the Living Color's off. So then so I was always on a hunt. So I probably missed that episode. But you bet your ass, when this is over, I'm going to look that one up. Because I would love to see that.
Yeah. I tore it up too. I ripped that stuff. It's iconic. I get mad. There's mad love about it. I tore that joint up. I tore it up on there. And then, man. So, I got to share the stage with Macy Gray and Blink 182 and Germany and all that. I did the Ritz. My first show in New York for Let It All Hang Out was at the Ritz with Buju Banton. Yeah, like headlining with him. And man. So man, it's a great ride, bro. But it's still mad. Ador is forever, bro. ADOR music is rocking. I got new jewels coming. I'm gonna keep it hot for you, baby. I promise.
Okay. There we go. I'm sorry. I was trying to fix this mic. It kept not swiveling right.
Yeah, and I want to shout out everybody from all the boroughs of New York and New York City. All my Euro fans, all you scavenger listeners. This is a good cat right here. Stay tuned into him. If you want to follow me, stay by the door. Check me out. I'm not on Facebook, but I'm on Instagram at TRUADOR. New single, Catch the Wave. I got a hip house record out that came out, got signed to a label in Europe last year. It was the acapella from my Enter the Center record I did with Pete, and this cat Smokey Bubbling Bee did this amazing record. It came out. It's called Young World. It's out right now. That joint is up to 6 million Spotify streams. 6 million.
Damn.
It's doing.
Before you go, Scavengers, he got to go. He got shit to do. I got one more question, and this one.
Yes, sir.
My whole battle cry is fuck music platforms. Y'all not gonna get what you think you're gonna get. You're following the wave. Johnny's on Spotify, you're on Spotify. What I don't like about when I approach artists, it's not that I don't like it, but it irritates me. Look how here's your music on all streaming platforms. Okay, great. You and every mama's cousin's brother is on every streaming platform. And then I saw an interview with Snoop Dogg was complaining, nigga, I done played, my shit done hit X, Y, and Z, damn near $1 billion, and I only got $13,000. What do you think about the streaming platform industry? I think they're a ripoff.
Yeah, I don't know though, because my royalties are pretty good from Spotify and all that stuff, man. Like I I think that's kind of a fallacy, to be honest with you. And to be honest with you, you know, Spotify is big to have right now. You know, if you get 5-6 million streams on Spotify, you got a record that people are listening to. That makes you feel good as an artist because they have to listen to it for a little while for it to get clicked as a view. So some people would say for the amount of streams, maybe the royalty is low. But the thing about the streaming platforms and the one thing about music nowadays that's good is that there's so many different veins, right?
Yeah.
That all these veins create royalties now. You know, all these veins, even though it's smaller shares, back in the day, it was just a CD and vinyl. That's where you got your money from. CD sales and vinyl sales. CD royalty, vinyl royalty. Nowadays, you get YouTube royalties, you get TikTok royalties, you get Spotify royalties, you get Facebook royalties, you get YouTube royalties, you get Tidal royalties, you get Apple royalties. I mean, all of these different platforms, if you got a real record, it does create a legitimate revenue stream, bro. Yeah. So, you know, it is true. What you said is true about, well, where can you get your record? Well, on all streaming platforms. That's true, but that's how you get music nowadays, bro. That's it. I mean, there's no more CDs. I mean, CDs are niche and vinyl is niche, like real niche. You know what I'm saying? Like people be like, I'm a big vinyl artist. I got vinyl records I made that people get like $200 for now, like classic vinyl records and 12 inches and shit.
Yeah.
But you can only sell maybe if you sell 2,000-3,000 of those nowadays, that's big. That's a lot because vinyl is a specialized market. But if you're streaming, you know, 10, 12 million streams over a bunch of different platforms, you are getting some real royalty. I mean, you're getting racks, you're getting G's. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So what advice do you have for the independent artists that because on Spotify, I believe it takes 1,000 plays to get basically $1. You need 1,000 spins first before they even pay you a dime.
I think you got to have 1,000. You got to have like 10,000, or they drop you, or they don't even keep you on the platform.
Damn. Really? Didn't know that. Oh, I'm gonna love that one. See, if you come to Scavenger Radio, we gonna drop you. We gonna play it.
You know, no, actually, you don't get like I think not that they drop you, but you don't get any royalties. You have to reach a certain level of streams before you're eligible for any type of royalty. So, yeah. So what I would say is that independence is. Yes, and Tidal too. I think Tidal pays good. Apple iTunes really pays the best. Apple iTunes gives the best share of royalties.
I thought Tidal did. I think Tidal's the highest paying one.
Oh, maybe Tidal. I know Tidal is healthy too. But that, I mean, that's the only route you have nowadays, yo. I mean, what I would say to an independent artist is make your music, but really don't fool yourself, yo. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you make it something that you know 100,000 other cats are making. You know what I'm saying? Because you really might not really separate yourself, and you really might not get anywhere. But just artists are artists, man. You know, if you're going to put something out there, the people judge, bro. The people, the universe judges. The universe, and not even just the people. All sorts of weird little things happen. You know, there were times in my life where I was like, man, what's going on with my music? But some always popped up out of the blue. Yo, Ador, we want you to do this. Or, oh, we have a record here that popped up. That's what's kept me going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a lot of times where, you know, my label, I was off Atlantic Records, all sorts of different adversities in my life, right? But the music always came and stayed with me no matter what. Something positive always popped off with my music. And that's why I'm here where I am right today. And that's the only journey I know. All right. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's the only one I can really speak for is my journey. You know what I'm saying? So what I would say to another artist is, if you feel you're an artist, make your music, put it out there, and the universe will decide.
You heard it, Scavengers. You heard it.
You heard it, Scavengers. Yeah. Don't just it's just like what we do. We just put it out there. You guys make the decision. Yes, and whatever decision you make, we have to live with it. We'll fine tune it if possible. If not, we're gonna give it to you raw. It don't matter.
No, and honestly, yo, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be on your show as well. And I really dig your music mind, your makeup of how you're into rock and other platforms of music, and you're eclectic in that way. Stay that way. That's a good way to be. And I appreciate you having me on your show, yo. One love.
We appreciate you. Hey, Scavengers, we got them here first. The ADOR, the true ADOR, the original. You know what I'm saying? Only on archivescavengers.com will you get the latest, the hottest, the newest, and the freshest. You know what I'm saying? Yo, ADOR. Matter of fact, catch the wave. Y'all heard it on Scavenger Radio. Don't play them games. And then he got new stuff up there. Oh, don't you worry. We're going to put it in rotation 8 million times a day. You already know how I do.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
ADR, thank you so much. It is like an honor to have you
One love.
on our show.
Yes, sir, baby. Thank you. Peace.
I'll hit you up later. I'm going to send you a copy. You know how it works. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
One love.